Welcome to another edition of Mini Me Crafts. Today we're going to make these really pretty flower pillows. Everything comes in one bag for one swap. It's all the supplies you need to make one swap. So you're going to dump your contents out. Be careful because you've got a few small pieces, especially the safety pin. It's in there. So you have your stuffing, your safety pin as your personalized tag, and you have your green felt to make your leaves, and then you'll have your little shabby chic flower. So the first thing you'll need to do is turn your pillow right side out. So it's been pre-sewn, and you're gonna have a little opening, and you wanna turn that inside out. So you're just gonna squish it through there. This is kind of the fun part. Just kind of pull it out. And the trick that I use, you're also gonna see that your ribbon, your little ribbon hoop is already sewn into one of the corners. So that's there already. And then what I do, a little trick, is I use either a broken pencil, okay? And I push the corners out with that, okay? The other thing you can use if you have one handy is a chopstick. Chopsticks are just a little bit longer. Even an unsharpened pencil works, okay? And then, oops, and you got your pillow there with your loop, okay? Then you're gonna add your stuffing. And how much you add really depends on you. There's a good amount of stuffing included. So if you want your pillow to be a little flatter, then you can leave some of your stuffing out. And I just put my fingers in. Again, you can also use the pencil or the chopstick to kind of maneuver the stuffing into your corners. You'll also be able to do this once the pillow's closed up. And then there's a couple options for closing your pillow up. The easiest is glue, okay? So, and you really just need to use a regular white glue or a tacky glue. You can use fabric glue if you have it, but I wouldn't bother going out and getting any if you don't. White glue works just fine. And you'll just fold down the little edge or seam until you've got it the way you want it. And then for the glue, I just use a little Q-tip and just put some glue on the edge there. And you can work your way down, seal it off as you go. And then I'll show you a little trick for waiting for it to dry. Use your glue. Right on the fold is where you're gonna be. If you wanna, one thing you can do is pre-iron this fold. Makes it a little easier, but it's not too bad either way. So you got your glue in there. Now, you might be tempted to put your flower on before you stuff. And I've found that it's better to wait because you're also going to glue your flower on, and if your flower is still wet, the glue's still wet with the flower, then you have to kind of wait for it to dry before you put your stuff and everything. So this way you can do everything in one step and then let it dry. Now here's the trick. You can use a couple of things. You can use a paper clip to kind of hold this shut like that for it to dry, okay? Or you can use a binder clip. That also works. Okay, a couple binder clips just to give it a chance to dry. All right. Then you're going to have your flower to put on and leaves. So your flower will come. It's sewn onto a mesh, and there's going to be extra meshing. So you'll want to cut that away, and how much of it you cut really depends on you. If you want some of that mesh to show around your flower, again, it gives it a little of that shabby chic look. You can keep some of that mesh on. If you don't like it at all, then just cut around all the little petals of your flower. I kind of do it in a circle. I mean, I do it close, but I kind of like, you know, so a little bit of it is showing. I think it looks cool. But it's everybody's individual tastes. Okay, and then before you put it on, just take a look at your loop and decide, you know, do you want, which side of your flower do you, you know, where do you want your loop and where do you want your flower, I guess is what I'm trying to say. You know, they're both pretty much the same. Whoops, and let me get another binder clip for that. This is where, I mean, it's nice to let one dry and then do the other, but there are tricks, right, where we can keep going. All right, so there's our binder clip. So I'm going to do mine this way. And then again, I'm just going to take a little glue. And, you know, white glue's okay. The key is don't just dump the glue in the middle. You want to get it on all the edges because you don't want any of those edges to peel up on you. So you don't need a lot of it. You just want it to be spread around. And then you'll want to let it dry. Give it time to dry before you, you know, swing it around on the ribbon or anything like that. Okay, so once it's spread around, you put the flower down. And you can center it or you can make it offset. That's the beauty of these, is you can do whatever you want. Okay, so once your flower's down, you're going to take your two pieces of felt. This is for your leaves. And if you don't want leaves, you don't have to have leaves, but these are here for you. You can cut them in any shape you want. What I generally do is just stack them together and just make a little oval. But you can make fatter leaves. You can cut off half of this and make a little fatter leaf. You can make a jagged edge leaf if you want, you know, whatever you want to do. So you've got this, okay? And then what I do with this is I just glue the tip, okay? And then I lift my flower, which is still wet, okay? And I glue it in. And you can decide, again, where you want the leaves. You can have them spread out. You can have them together. You can just use one leaf. You can use no leaves. Let me put these two together. Okay, and I like my leaves to be not glued on the end, but you can glue those down if you want. So this one, you see the yellow one that I had pre-made has got the leaves in opposite directions. See, and then this one, it's got the, so it works so many different ways. And then you would put the tag on. So you'll have your pin and you can put your pin on here with your matching tag that you'll get. Then oh yeah, there it is. Covered it up with my glue there. And there are two sayings to choose from, but you can also send us your own saying and we can put that on as well. And so the flower will match the ribbon, which will match the tag. And the 10 that you get in the set are all different colors. So, and then I would just, you know, give it a time to glue, a chance to dry, and then you can kind of, with your fingers, maneuver the stuffing around so it's in the corners again. All right, have fun with these. I think they're so beautiful. They remind me of spring for sure. Bye-bye, happy crafting.